All right, you guys. Welcome to the very special. I've been so excited for this fucking episode, dude. Let me fix my mic. I have just been so excited about the new year. Like for real. Like for real. So I want to start off by wishing y'all a happy new year. Oh my God. Happy New Year! So I decided basically I was going to do this episode and I'm going to post it before the new year, before New Year's Eve. So, we can already have this in our spirit to enter the new year with, so we can start really thinking about that. And to be fucking honest, I am just so excited for the new year. And I'm so excited for this episode because I have a lot to say. And if you hear any random ass pauses, it's because for once in my life, I wrote down the key points that I wanted to talk about in this episode. And I didn't go into like great detail, but I wrote some things down so I would remember to say them. Yeah, so this week, let's talk about this week, y'all. This week felt very much transformative. It felt like I let a lot of things go. And I'm going to tell you all about it because, I let these people go. I let these things go. And it's just the end of that. It's dead. It's done. And I'm just moving on to greater and much better things. And I'm fucking excited about it. I've never been I think the last time I was excited about a New Year's was, I know when it was. It was in 2012. Avatar had just came out, the one with the blue people. And me and my sister bootlegged that shit and we made nachos. And I was looking forward to that shit all day. Yep. I don't even know how old I was. I was a tween. But I remember that. And that's almost, oh my God, if Avatar came out in 2012, which I think it did. Oh my God, when did Avatar come out? Oh my God, let me not fucking terrify myself with Avatar. Let's Google it real quick. Avatar. 2009. Oh, Jesus Christ, that made it worse. That hurt my soul just a lot. So that was in 2009. Wish I didn't look that up. So Avatar came out in 2009. So that was 2009 to 2022. That's like 12 years ago. Wow, and that's crazy. And this is episode 12. That's weird. Okay. Damn, I feel old. I feel like an old bird, but we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about better things. And that was the last time I was excited for New Year's. And I'm so excited about this year because I had a rough year. I had a rough year and I always talk about that, and I'm definitely going to talk about it into detail today so you guys really understand where I'm coming from, okay? But to talk first about this week, I had so many meltdowns this week. I had like 10, a lot. I had multiple every day. And the thing that like really triggered me was, I don't know if you've picked up by now, but there was a man who, it's not the one who future faked me. There was a man. Okay? There was a man, and I think for a long time, because I can't say that's too specific. There was a man who I think, because of our very annoying and long history, I felt like I needed their guidance. I really did. And I met them at a point in my life when I probably needed that guidance, and I still need a lot of guidance, but I think I just don't need that guidance from them. And they were the same person that I hooked up with recently, and like that, oh my God, yeah, that I was listening to episode 6 the other day, and I was talking about how I don't need their validation anymore. I don't need the lies. Bitch, I lied to y'all, and I lied to myself, all right? Because I know for a fact now, I thought I was in a place where I could do hookups. Baby, I'm not. And I don't know if it's because it was with this person specifically, but I don't care to know if it's just him or if it's everybody else. I'm just not doing it no more. I can't do that to myself. Why should I do that to myself? I know my limits, and hookups are not in them. So me and this person, you have to understand, like at one point they were my boss. I had hooked up with them before then, and then at one point they were my boss, and then they were my friend, and then they were like, they gave me advice sometimes, and then, I slept with them again, and then now they're acting like themselves. And I took offense to that because I don't know, I always had like a lot of feelings for this person, and I always wish that it could be something more than it wasn't. And I think I was really shocked because even after like I recorded that episode and even like past those episodes, like I was just so agitated because with all of that, right? Like with all of that, I don't want to say history, but it is history. With all of that history and all of those things that that relationship was and wasn't and turned into and didn't. Like, you really cannot sleep with somebody and then still not see them as a person. That annoyed me. And like, and it was very, it really was specific. That's not the word I'm looking for. I specifically realized that the reason why they were treating me a certain way or had a certain attitude with me was because they fucked me. Okay? And they can't like value me after fucking me. Or not value, sorry. Like, and the thing is, it's not like, oh, I'm mumbling, bitch. Mumbling, stumbling. This is the thing. I'm going to try to put this in a concise phrasing, right? I saw this person as a friend, right? I still meant everything I said in episode 6. I meant that because they weren't acting weird at the time. And then they started acting weird and low-key disrespectful. And like just in a way that I took offense to and that I didn't appreciate. And whether that was their intention or not, I don't care. That's how it came across to me. And it made me realize that even though I very specifically thought that, oh yeah, we had sex, it was great, we can go back to being friends. And like the relationship that we had before, where if I had a question, I could ask you and it was fine and there was no weird, shady shit. I thought it could go back to that. I was wrong because it seemed like to them having sex with me really cheapened me. Like it made me less than. And I really took offense to that because I was like, what the fuck? I realized like there were some things that like they did, like certain actions they took and like words they said that I was like, you think I'm a fucking hooker. We're friends. Yeah, you're treating me like a hooker. Actually, you're treating me worse than a hooker because hookers get paid. And I let him fuck me for free. So what's going on? I was very agitated because I was like, I thought we were friends. But this seems very transactional with you. And in a way that I'm just like, that it wasn't supposed to hurt, so it hurts. And then me, I have a tendency of when things hurt, I like to fix it and I end up seeking validation from it. So I just did a full 180 of everything I learned and I was acting a fool. How? I will not be explaining that. Okay, that's for me to know. But yeah, so I was really upset about that. It really bothered me. It really bothered me a lot. Yeah. So that happened. And I was like ranting and raving about it to my friend. And and I was like in my car, like upset and like ranting about it to her and like low-key like ready to cry. Cause like when things like that happen, it's very rarely that it's just that thing that's bothering me. It's just the way that like it ends up, everything starts piling up. Like, I wasn't upset about the guy that future faked me. Suddenly, I was upset about that. I wasn't really upset about this guy who was gatekeeping his knowledge, but suddenly I was really upset about that. I wasn't upset about the guy who hit me up and, like, for the 3rd time asked me out on a date, and I said no. And it was no 15 minutes ago, and it's no now. I need to stop quoting TikToks, but y'all get it. The girls that get it, get it. And and I wasn't upset about that, but now I was upset because I was like, you think I'm fucking stupid. Like that, I really was like feeling, I took full offense. I felt offended by everything. Ooh. And I felt defensive of everything because I was just like, what is it about me that makes y'all idiots think that like y'all can do this? It really actually irritates me a lot. And I was like, you know what? I realized something as I was posting a TikTok this week. And I was like, I think I'm too nice. I was like, that's it. I think I'm too nice. I let my boundaries lean a little too much, even though my boundaries are pretty good. But I was like, no, fuck it. I think I'm too nice. And I think I give people too many chances. And I keep hoping that they're going to figure it out on their own. But they're not smart enough to. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. And I need to stop. I need to stop that because they don't deserve it and they fucked it up way too many times before. So I was like really upset about that. And I was in my car like ready to cry, and I'm like yelling into my phone to my friend. And then like I'm asking myself, why am I so upset right now? Like, what's going on? Bro, and then the sharpest fucking cramp shot through my buttocity, ran right through my asshole into my pussy. And you know what happened? Yeah. I got my period, and I was like, oh, bitch. I was like, at least now I'm not insane, which is really good. So after that, I was like, you know what? I don't care that I've known this. Let's let that car go by, since you want to be a big man. I was like, I don't care that I've known this man for all these years. I don't care that, he has all this knowledge that at this point in my life I need, quite literally need. Okay? I was like, I don't care. I will trust that the universe will bring me somebody smarter and somebody who's just fucking kinder. And it was funny because about a week ago, I was talking to my cousin, and my cousin is in the same industry as this man. And he was like, and I was telling him, like, I tell him all my boy business because he's like the only boy that I'm like, give me advice, bitch. Because he's kind of like a fuck boy. I talked about him before, but my cousin, I was talking to him, and I was just telling about it. And he was like, why do you always fuck with these assholes? Because this is not my first asshole, okay? And he was like, why do you always fuck with these assholes? I was like, I don't know. I kind of like them. They always get shit done, and they kind of always know what they're talking about. And he was like, I've done pretty good for myself, and I'm not an asshole. I get everything done in kindness. And I was like, oh, fuck, you're right. You are right. And I don't know if I said that before, but if I did, whatever. But he said that, and I was like, shit. Like, he's absolutely correct. So I was like, you know what? Like, I've just given this guy too much fucking credit. And so then I just deleted everything about him off my phone, number, all of it. Like, if I needed to get in contact with him today, there would be no way for me to. I'd have to send a carrier pigeon to go find him. And yeah, and I was like, I'm wiping my hands clean of this. I was like, there's something there that's just so off, and that I just feel way too connected to. And I don't know if it's because the first, like, you always hear people talk about soul ties, but the first time I hooked up with him, I was just like not in a good place at all. Like, I was in a very weak and fragile place. And I think that's carried on through a lot of my history with him. I need to crack my neck right now. Y'all, first of all, I have been fighting off a tooth infection like nobody's business, okay? That bitch is trying to kill me. Second of all, my wig is so goddamn tight right now, but I look so good. I popped 2 Motrin before I sat down, okay? And it needs to kick in ASAP because I feel like my uterus is about to rip through my body like a goddamn kraken ripping through a Pirates of the Caribbean ship. Okay? I'm having a hard time, bitch. Everything hurts from my top of my head to the bottom of my coochie. Hurt. But regardless, ooh, the train's going by, child. We need to take a little pause real quick. Oh, child. My wig really is tight though. Goddamn. Okay. So I deleted all of that, and it was just time for me. Are you shitting me? I'm going to talk past the train. But I met him in a time in my life where I feel like I had I don't know. I was not in a good emotional place. I was looking for something to cling on to. And I think that I really clung on to him, and I have for like a lot of years. There are qualities about him that are great, sure. And he's like, yeah, you can be really nice during sex, and you can be great during sex. What? Was the sex good, Divine? I think it was. And you can be really nice afterwards and before, and really generous and all these things. But it's like, in the grand scheme of things, I need to let it go. And I need to move on from it. And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. Because I think the biggest lesson that I learned this year was just letting go of things that do not help me. That when I literally, that weighed so much on me, and like it bothered me so much. And like, because it's never just the thing, it's never just the occurrence, it's never just the person. Like, it makes you think about yourself, and it makes you question yourself, and it makes you wonder about your fucking decisions. And that's what was going on with me. Like, I was just like, why can't I let it go? Why can't I let it go? And like, and I was getting really frustrated about that. And I was like, you can let it go. You're choosing not to let it go. You're clinging on to the last sure thing that you know of your past. And you need to move on. You need to let go. And like, sure, the future is so uncertain. Like, hopefully in the future I allow space for other things. And like, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, what if like the reason why, my everything that I want hasn't been fulfilled is because it's not because of him. It's not because I'm holding on to him, but it's because I still don't have full faith in myself and in my future. And I have a tiny string connected to something in my past that I know how I feel certain about. And I was like, it's time to grow up, and it's time to move on. And so I did that, and I got rid of all of that. And so I really don't have a lot of ties connecting me to the old divine, and now I'm really stepping into the new divine, and that's fucking exciting. And I think that's why I'm so excited for this new year. Like, when I think of where I was last year, let me tell you guys where I was last year. Okay, last year, in December, was when I had my first couple therapy sessions with my therapist. Being really candid here, I was scared to be alone, because every time I was alone, my mind started to wander, and I started having those thoughts. And even into 2021, I was really struggling with my mental health. And there were nights when like I literally had to just like stop everything I was doing and just pray, because why am I gonna cry? But I really had to stop everything I was doing and pray, because I felt like my brain would shut off and I would just do it. And that was really scary for me, because I felt like I had no control over myself. And I obviously couldn't share that with my therapist, because she would have called the police. But perhaps what I needed was the police and some grip socks. Because I was not okay. My future, I felt like my future wasn't moving. It wasn't going anywhere. Nothing I wanted to do was working. I was alone. I was lonely. I just felt so fucking alone. Okay? Absolutely by myself. And I couldn't see past my 2 feet, for real. And it wasn't like I was being ignorant or arrogant or, like sometimes people have a lot going for them and they can't see it. But like they have a clue of it. I didn't have that. I couldn't. I was blinded by absolute like depression, for real. And like it was really scary. Like I had a really couple of close calls and scary nights, and I just like I would think of my dog, because the first thing she does when she wakes up is come to me, and I was like, I can't scar her. I can't do that to my poor baby. So I think that like realizing that a lot of the time I really had to like sit there and like literally pray for Jesus to take my hands and put me to bed. And then, things, child. And as, time went on and, therapy started offering me a little bit of hope, those thoughts went away. And they didn't go away. Like they gradually went away. But I put in the work, because bitch, I was scared. I didn't want to die, but I felt like I was not in control of myself. And that is really fucking scary. I don't know if you've ever been there, and I hope to the grace of God that you never go there. But it was a place that I went, and I was scared. So that's where I was last year. And moving on throughout the year, I think those extremes definitely died off, but I was still sad. I still was struggling. And I just was struggling to see where I was going and what I was doing. Whew, my throat is like tightening up, like Jesus Christ. And the other day when I was having my meltdown with my friend in the car, and she was like, "You're not giving yourself enough credit." And she said that, and like, I was like, you're right. You're right. Like, I remembered all of that. And I was like, no, I'm not giving myself enough credit. And I can't, like I talked about before, there's so much good going on. And the reason why I couldn't enjoy it was because I put my attention into the wrong thing. And I was like, this connection that I refuse to sever is stealing my joy. And I was like, you need to be smarter about that. You need to remove the things that don't help you, that don't help. Oop, am I recording? Yes. Okay. And I was like, that don't help you grow in any way, and that really are holding you back. And like, I'm going through all this stuff, and this man doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't. And I'm like, that's the worst part about it. He does not give a shit. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't care. And also, it's not his business. At this point, it's my fault, because I've allowed that situation to just absolutely take so much control over me. I need to restart my timer. Hold on. But I did have this idea to do this because it was funny, because I started doing it with my friend the other day, because it was lying around, so I randomly would run into it every once in a while. But I have my vision board that I did at the beginning of last year, right? And my initial idea was to basically go through the vision board. And because, y'all, I shit you not, nothing I put on this goddamn vision board came true. Nothing I put on this bitch happened. And I'm a little annoyed about that. But yeah, so I have my vision board. I hope you can see it. Right. So we're going to go through this. As you can see, I have a pair of hands. Actually, you can't see, so I'm going to narrate, because some of you are on the radio and some of you are on YouTube. But anyways, so I have a pair of hands. And on one of the hands, the darker hand, is a big fat engagement ring. Did that happen? No. But you know what got engagement? My content. So that's real good. I did not get the engagement I asked for, but I did get a different kind of engagement. And for that, I'm thankful. Next year, though, universe, I would like a big fat rock. All right, buddy. Are you hearing me? I hope you are. I also had an interracial couple kissing, and it's actually Ross Lynch and Jazz. And did I get my interracial Ross Lynch Jazz kiss? Yes, I did. Multiple times. But also not what I asked, because I would like that every day. Am I getting it every day? Hell no. Moving on. Book deal. Y'all know where that goes. No. Savage Fenty fashion show, because I really wanted to model for them this year. No. But you know what? It's going to happen. Rihanna, if you're listening, I'm cute. And you see me, right, girl? You see me. So, email me. I'm going to keep DMing you. We'll see. I did... Oh, and oh my God, this is the one that really kind of killed my spirit just a little bit. West Chelsea apartment. I so badly wanted to move out of the South this year. I wanted to move to New York, to be specific, because that's where most of my friends live. So, of course, I wanted to move to New York and be with my besties. That did not happen. I'm still so fucking ready to move out of the goddamn South. The South has done so little for me. I got a shitty education here. I met a lot of shitty people here. And I got a shitty, stupid little accent that pops out every once in a while. What else is on here? I got a lot of love. It wasn't the love that I wanted, but I got a lot of love, and I think for that I'm thankful. Also, grace was in here in big letters, and boy, did I learn to have grace with myself. Yeah, so I will say that happened. What else is on here? There's reflective glory. She's reflecting. She's glorifying. So that's good. Office. That kind of did happen because I got my little studio. You don't tell Picasso how to do a painting. Let me tell you something about that. So recently, I've been getting real annoyed when people keep giving me their unsolicited advice. And I'm really starting to literally tell them to shut the fuck up. So I think I foresaw that. Because I put this on here just because I like the quote. Not because people are telling me what to do. But now that people keep trying to tell me what to do, I really am like, y'all need to shut the fuck up because nobody goddamn asked. So that, that's important. And also I put this little pattern on here that low-key looks like the wallpaper that I have on the wall. So I think that's kind of interesting. What else is on here? There was a lot of kissing, on here. What else? Things become more beautiful the more time passes. I want to work with the elements, not against them. Look at that. Yeah. So there's a lot on here that I put on that I meant literally, but I think they presented themselves into my life in different ways that I was not expecting. The engagement one is so funny to me because I really wanted to be engaged this year. Am I? Yes. On TikTok. Lots of engagement. Let's go. So, yeah. But yeah, so that was my little, that was my vision board. Will I be making another vision board this year? I don't know, because I think I thought about the vision board a lot this year, and maybe too much perhaps. So I don't know if I'm going to be making another one, but I'm definitely going to be cutting up pictures of things that I want. Material girl. So I will be cutting up pictures of things that I literally want, and I will put them away in like a little envelope, and I'll stash them somewhere. And so I won't think about it, so I won't look at it every day. And hopefully, they find their way to me. So what else? I also, at the end of this episode, I'm going to do manifestations for the new year because bestie, I think we need them. We need them. So we're going to have a little ASMR moment at the end of this episode because I really think manifestations help me a lot, and affirmations helped me so much this year because I don't know. I think they just help you reset your brain. It's not something that I found that I stood there every day and I thought about and I said oh, my manifestation said that I was going to be strong and happy today. So I have to be strong and happy. I didn't think about that. But I think it just puts you in the mindset. So, but yeah, overall, I didn't know where I thought I'd be this year. So a lot of nothing happened this year. A lot of false starts, a lot of moments where I thought I got what I wanted and I just didn't. And it was just fucking depressing. And it was so depressing. It really was, especially with the book and stuff, and all my efforts to get different jobs and to start a career and to start a life. And it just got really depressing. And I honestly think it got to the point where I just gave the fuck up. And I got so fed up that I started saying, literally my mantra became, or my motto became, throwing shit to the ceiling and seeing what sticks. Literally, I would have a vision of dog shit in my hand and just chucking that shit up at the ceiling. And if it stuck, it stuck. And if it didn't, I'm moving out the way so the shit doesn't hit me. Because I just got so fed up of trying. I felt like everything that I tried just was not fucking working. And I was getting really aggravated. Seriously aggravated. So around September, I started thinking that. And then, I did the podcast and then, wow, the last couple months from fall till now, it's really been a 180 because I did not see myself doing this. I did not see any of the things that are coming out of this to ever happen. And the thing is, I never really wanted to be the person in front of the camera, right? So I went to school for film. I always wanted to be a director, screenwriter. And when I think about that, because I visually think about things sometimes, and what I see is I see myself kind of crawling deep into, a little hole. Like, I wanted my art to be out there, but I didn't want to be the face of it. I didn't want people looking at me. I didn't really want people to see me. I wanted them to see my work. And I don't mean that in like a deep artistic way. I mean it in a way that I just didn't want people to look at me. I really didn't. And I think that was because I had low confidence, and I had low confidence. I didn't like myself. I didn't like what I saw when I looked in the mirror. I just didn't like a lot about me. And so I didn't want other people to see me. And I knew all the qualities that I liked about myself, and I felt like I showcased that in my work. So if you were looking at my work, you could see all the great things about me, and you'd have no opportunity to experience the bad parts of me and make a judgment and essentially leave me. So, I spend a lot of time doing things that I could hide behind. And I find it so fucking ironic that over the years, time and time again, people have told me, oh, make a YouTube channel. I'd be like, no. And actually it would enrage me. That was not no tender, kind no. I was getting irritated. I hated when people told me to do that because I couldn't verbalize it, but the brunt of it literally would be like, no, I hate myself. Why the fuck would I put myself out there? Why would I do that? And people told me that all the time. And then people would tell me the same thing about my voice. Like, oh, you should read audiobooks. You should read children's books. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to put myself out there because I'm going to get rejected. I don't want to do it. And I think it's funny that the moment that I finally did the very fucking thing that I did not want to do, that I see the reward. I see immediately people are connecting with it. I never wanted to sit up here and talk. I never wanted to do it, but I did it. And apparently I'm good at it because you guys love it. So I think it's funny that the thing that I really didn't want to do is I think what I needed to do. I think I needed to step into myself and be proud of myself. And I don't think that I could really fully say that I'm confident and not be able to do this. I think if I said, oh, I'm confident, I'm sure of myself, I'm proud of myself, I love myself, but I still declined to do this, I don't think I would have believed me. Because I feel like as much as I think this podcast is going to have to do with my career and my goals and stuff like that, I also think it has a lot to do with my healing journey, because I have to be so open and I have to be so honest and I have to let you judge me. And boy, am I getting judged, but it's okay. I don't care if people are judging me. If you don't get it, you don't get it. And if you do, you do. And if you judge the human things that I do, take a nap, buddy. For real. So I find that I keep thinking about it, and every time I think about it, I laugh because I never, ever. People would tell me to try it, to go on camera, and I would be angry. I'd be annoyed. I hated it. And now, look at where we are in front of the camera. So, but I'm so grateful for it at the same time, because I just think it's what I needed to do. I just do. I think you have a voice and you have to use it in one way or another. And I think because I kept using my voice in the wrong way, that's why none of my things ever worked out. And now this is working out. But all of that is to really say that, honestly, if you're having a really hard time, if you're at where I was last year, just keep going. I know it's so hard, and it literally feels like clawing over jagged rocks, and it is. But I'm happy I didn't give up when I did. And then also I'm happy I gave up when I did. The first one means I didn't give up on myself. But the second one means I gave up pushing and forcing things. So I'm happy that I kept going. And then I learned to let go. And I'm so happy about it, because that allowed me to meet all of you and to get to know all of you. And I just feel fucking grateful. I really do. So if you're somebody who's having a hard time right now, just know that it's right now, that it's temporary, that you can have a bad fucking year or a bad couple of years, and in a couple months, things change. It's not overnight, but things change. And I'm not saying that because I'm suddenly where I want to be, because I'm not. I'm really not. I see a light at the end of the tunnel now. And outside the tunnel, I see a road, and it's a long road, but I see that there's a destination at the end of the road. And that was not something that I had last year. And that, not having that was very scary. And I'm happy that I have it now. And I'm fucking grateful that I have it now. And even, sometimes now, like, I'm anxious, my anxiety gets the best of me, and I literally feel like I'm about to pass out. But I know that once I get up and I get a grip, I'll be okay. All these little disappointments and all these little failures are stepping stones to the greater picture. And if somebody had said that to me when I was in my bad place, I would have probably punched him in the throat. So don't punch me in the throat. But it's true. It's true. And I hope you believe me, okay? What else? I'm actually doing good on time. I'm kind of shook, to be honest. I'm going to do this. What am I going to say? What else can I say? All right. I guess we're just going to jump into the manifestations now, right? Not manifestation, affirmations, right? Okay, so the first affirmation, I've actually been doing this a lot because, like I told you, I need to get over that guy. So, if you're trying to get over somebody, this affirmation is really helpful, and it snaps me out of it very fucking quickly, okay? So this affirmation is for if you're trying to get over somebody. I say their name when I say the affirmation, so we're just gonna say, what name are we gonna choose? Timothy. No, actually, no, I don't want to put bad energy out there. Let's use Leonardo DiCaprio because we don't like him. Okay. When I start thinking about this person too much, I just go, there are hotter guys than Leonardo. There are kinder guys than Leonardo. There are richer men out there than Leonardo. There are men out there who will treat me better than Leonardo has ever thought to treat me. There are men who have just as many great qualities as Leonardo, who have such a great personality as Leonardo. But the difference is they love me and they treat me better than Leonardo could ever dare to treat me or love me. And then I'll get specific, So if it's they're funnier. The man out there is funnier than Leonardo. He's sweeter than Leonardo. He tips more than Leonardo. He's cleaner than Leonardo. I think I do all those things. And that really helps me snap out of it. And also, I always remind myself that you really never know somebody. And sometimes, especially if you never dated or if you are in a talking phase with somebody, and it can be hard to get through the talking phase. We're not going to shit on that. I feel like getting through the talking phase is one of the hardest things. Oh, not the hardest, because a whole relationship is hard as well, but I don't think we should shit on how hard it is to get through a talking phase or get over a talking phase, because you were excited about the relationship. You were excited about the possibility of the future, and that got fucking ripped out of under your feet before it even got a chance. And that can feel so unfair and so depressing. So when things don't go well in the talking stage, I always remind myself that I didn't know that person, and they could have been a huge fucking red flag with a whole beacon of red light shining out of them. But because they were smart enough to shield themselves in cloud, I didn't see it. I always remind myself of that. And a lot of times it's true. And also, rejection is protection. They're not for you. They were never for you. The person for you will come along. Okay. So the other set of affirmations that I would do, these are affirmations for loving yourself, for, believing in yourself. I'm trying to remember them. Or maybe I'll just make them up on the spot. Because sometimes I just do that. I remind myself of the things I need to be reminded of. So, repeat after me. I am worthy of love and success. I am worthy of being treated right. I am worthy of my standards that I set. I am a good person. I am a kind person. I am a beautiful person. I deserve the same amount of love that I put out into the universe. I am worthy of the future that I see for myself. I am worthy of a partner who understands me, who loves me, who sees me, and protects me. I am worthy of friends who love me. I am worthy of friends who protect me. I am worthy of being surrounded by people who do not take my emotions for granted, who do not see my pain as fickle, who do not see my pain as dramatics. I am worthy of support. I deserve support. I deserve all the best things in the world. I am worthy of care. I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of love and happiness. Okay? If I remember anything else, I'll put it in here. But yeah, you're worthy of being the girl you want to be, of being the person you want to be. Like, I wish I didn't have this headache so I could think even clearer, but you know, a couple episodes I talked about stepping into the person that I actually want to be. And I think ever since that episode, I actually did start stepping into her, because I feel an amount of confidence now that I really can say that I didn't feel before then. And I think having that conversation, it clicked. It clicked in my head. I think it clicked in my head. Okay, we're going to wait for the train. Y'all, I have 26% on my camera, so we're gonna wrap it up real quick. My headache never went away, which is amazing, because wow, that bitch is out to kill me. So I'm so excited for this new year, because I had that episode where I talked about the woman that I was and that I felt like I lost, and wanting to step back into that. And I think ever since then, because I said it out loud, because I said those words out loud, I definitely feel myself stepping into her and really being her, being that bitch, being that divine, is knowing that I don't have to settle for none of this shit, bro. I don't have to settle for shitty men. I don't have to settle for shitty friendships, because you know what? I know what good friends feel like. I know what a good man feels like. And I know what it looks like, and I know how it acts, and I know how it talks. If it walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. If it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So I know what all those things are. And before, I didn't have the willpower or the boundaries, or, you know, sometimes you do have the willpower and the boundaries. It's like you just don't want to do it because it's scary. So I think now that I know those things, and now fuck it. Fuck it. It is scary. So what? What are you going to do, divine? Be a little bitch about everything? No. You face your fear and you get over it and you suck it up and you say, this is who I want to be, and these things are keeping me from that. Fuck those things. It's like, I'm glad that shit clicked in my head for real. I'm really glad it did, because I was getting worried. I was like, I have this whole vision for myself and I can't let go of one man. Y'all, his dick ain't even curved, which is like the craziest part of this. Okay. Not to be graphic, but that's the real important. Okay. Right. So, you know, I'm really not losing much. And that, I forgot to mention that earlier. When I'm doing my little, there are nicer men than him. There are greater men than him. There are funnier men than him. There are men with better personalities than him, who are more handsome than him, who are more loving than him, who are more caring than him, who are more this and that than him. I also have to throw in, there are men out there with a curved dick. Okay? And that, that's not his fault. That ain't his fault. But it matters. And especially if you're going to have an attitude to me, I'm allowed to retaliate just a little bit. Even when I'm speaking to the universe. So, right. So anyways, I hope your New Year's is fucking wonderful, girl. Girlies, gays, thems, days. I hope your New Year's is amazing. I hope you got what I was trying to say today. And I hope that you start taking the steps to manifest this new life, to give yourself the fighting fucking chance that you deserve. Because, oh my God, do you deserve the world? And I'm so excited because you're going to get it. You're going to get the world. And because, like, when I think about where I was last year and where I think I am now, babe, I really never saw this. I never saw this, and I'm shook by it, and I'm so grateful for it, and I'm so happy that you're experiencing it with me, and I'm so happy that you're here with me, and I'm fucking ecstatic. I feel so lucky because not everybody gets to see it. And I'm glad that I'm here and I can tell you and I can help you see it. And hopefully, we can see it. We can see it together. So I really, really am so happy about that. And I hope that your new year is fantastic. I hope all of your wishes come true. I hope all of your dreams come true because God fucking knows you deserve it. Where's my little thing? Where's my little toot toot? Toot toot. Knock the fucking wind out of me. But like always, you know how I have to end it. Right. So my British accent, she's on a bit of a she's in retirement for now. I kind of pulled out this Southern girl real quick because I missed her. But yeah, so if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you know what it is. Leave a rating and a review, baby. Leave that, okay? And if you're listening on Spotify, now you can leave a rating and a review because Spotify got with the shits. Finally. Okay? And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about me, please. Okay? So I'm really excited about this new year, and I'm so excited to see you on the other side, bitches. Yeah, I hope your week is full of joy, happiness, blessings. No COVID, because Miss Girl is doing the rounds. So stay safe, wear your mask. And get your booster shot and get your vaccine if you ain't got it yet, okay? Wash your hands, use that hand sanitizer. What else? Wear your mask. Once again, wear that mask, bitch, because I seen y'all look cute. I really appreciate seeing the look, but baby, no amount of clear lip gloss and brown liner can no, it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. I see the look. I understand. I saw your TikTok. I saw your Instagram post. I appreciated it. I don't need to see it in real life, okay? So wear your mask and stay safe and be kind and open yourself to love, okay? Open yourself to experiences and joy and friendship and love. And oh my God, I feel like I'm like getting like the warmest hug right now. So I'm excited to see you on the other side, okay? Happy 2022, bitches! Happy New Year! Okay. Bye.